Well, hi, thanks for watching. This is another in my series of videos to help you prepare for the ACT science test. And in this particular one, I'm going to focus on the research summary type of passage. Just recall I mentioned in my first video that there are three types of passages. There's the data representation, which I think is the easiest and most would agree. And then there's this one called a research summary, which is like the second easiest. And then the toughest one, and fortunately, the rarest one in a typical test is the conflicting viewpoint. There's only one conflicting viewpoint. So there's another video in which I demonstrate how to do that one. But I'm going to take you through a research summary. And so you'll recognize these because they'll have lots of tables and figures and graphs, but they will also have exactly 6 questions associated with it. So that's how you can tell. So on a typical test booklet, you'll have the passage and figures on one page, and then you'll have the questions immediately next to it, so you don't have to flip back and forth. I don't have that luxury, and I want to zoom in a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to be moving my pages back and forth. I'm taking this from the packet that you have, hopefully from your teacher, and if not, you can get one. It's Practice Test 1, Passage Number 2. So if you need that packet, come see one of us and get it. If you're watching this on the internet somewhere other than, at Fairmont, and you're out in the world somewhere, well, then you just kind of have to watch and listen as I go through this. So I'm going to talk my way through this. I hope I can keep it around that 5-minute target. Remember I said in my other video that about 5 minutes is what you have per passage. So if you get too bogged down, you want to maybe stop and say, I'm going to cut my losses on this particular question. Go back and maybe answer it later if you have time. Okay? So we'll see how this goes, and hopefully you can pick up on a few pointers. Okay? So the first thing I'm going to say is you don't need to read a lot of the text here. I just want you to get used to what you see in the figures and tables, because that's what you're going to refer to mostly. So, of course, we are talking about something here that we know. This is greenhouse gas. I'm going to underline things and make little notes to myself. I know a little bit about greenhouse gas. I don't care about the abbreviation, although they'll use that a lot. And I do want to find out what's in each of these tables. So Table 1 displays energy savings, so that's energy savings, and Table 2 shows GHGs avoided. So we want to avoid greenhouse gases, so I want to avoid that. So it seems like the higher the better if you avoid this, and energy savings also the higher the better. And here's Figure 1. Notice this is Table 1 and this is Figure 1. Don't confuse tables for figures. And this one seems pretty simple to recognize. There's a payback when insulation is installed. Okay, so if I insulate something, I'm going to save on greenhouse gases. Okay, so payback over the years. Now I'm going to start reading some questions here. Foam sheathing proved to create the highest energy savings in Zone 5 for what type of energy? So energy saving, that's my first table. And we're looking at Zone 5, so that's this one. The greatest savings, so I want to look for the one with the highest number. Oh, it can't be this one. This is my total, so I'm not going to really pay attention to that. But I want to look, oh, here's one. 0.93 is the highest number on there, slightly higher than 0.9. So that's coal. Hopefully that's an answer option. Yes, it is. I'm going to go with F. According to the data represented in Table 1 and Table 2, which of the following is true? Okay, foam sheathing. All right, so this is all about foam sheathing. Prevents more something 141 than 142 from entering the atmosphere. Okay, so that's not to do with energy savings. So here's these. I'm not concerned with a particular zone, so it looks like avoided. We avoided more of the 142. So it prevents more from 141. No, so that is not supported. We're actually preventing more of the 142 from entering the atmosphere. The yearly energy savings vary more by zone than the yearly GHGs. So it looks like we're just looking at an average. So the variation, there's my variation here from 5.4 to 2.5, that range. Here's my variation for the GHGs. Those actually are really, really almost identical. So I have a lot more variance in energy savings, and so that certainly looks right. The warmer the zone, the less energy savings from petroleum. Here's petroleum. The warmer the zone, I actually saved more in the warmer zone. So that's not true. U.S. average for GHGs avoided is greatest for carbon dioxide. So carbon dioxide average is 599. No, that's not the highest. The highest is for this stuff with 142. So that's not true. So B is my answer there. That took a while. According to figure 1, that's this one, not table 1. The GHG payback for zone 3. Zone 3. So I've got to be careful here. Not energy payback, but GHG. That's the black. Zone 3. That's the middle one. I'm right at, it looks like 10, so I don't see 10 as an option. Oh, this is crazy. I see 11 and 9. Maybe I'm missing something here. Maybe I'm not zoomed in enough. I don't know what to guess there. I could go either way. Certainly doesn't look like it's over. I'm going to go with J, but I don't feel great about that question. I think that's a goofy question. And according to Table 1, this is also back here, what zone and fuel combination yielded the greatest energy savings after 1 year? Okay, so zone and energy. So I'm looking for the biggest number. The biggest number on here. Gosh, that sticks out. So this is natural gas in zone 1. Natural gas in zone 1. That was pretty easy to spot. 10 years after installing rigid plastic foam sheathing in zone 3, which of the following is true? Okay, so zone 3. I can't really say which table I'm looking at now. The customer will have produced fewer GHGs but will not yet have saved money. The customer will have saved money but not produced fewer GHG. Oh, so I'm looking for both of these. So let's see, zone 3. Zone 3. So it looks like I have energy savings and I've also got GHGs avoided. So I have both of those. So not saved. So not F. They've saved money but not yet produced fewer. No, that's not true. I really am looking for both. Neither saved money nor produced. No, not that. The customer will have saved money and produced fewer GHGs. Yes, J seems to be correct there. Based on the data in Table 1, which of the following lists the fuels that yielded the highest average energy savings in decreasing order? So let me find the highest average energy savings. That would be, these do not go in order, so I got to be careful here. So natural gas is first, and then after that looks to be coal, and then nuclear. So do we have natural gas first, coal, nuclear? Okay, that's the first one I see. Make sure I'm not missing something here. Highest average, table 1. Okay, that looks good. So I don't even need to consider the others. So, all right, so I just about hit the, it looks like 6-minute mark. I didn't exactly spot when I started. I'm going to grade myself real quick here to see how I did. F is correct there, and B, this was the one I had to guess at. I don't know why it's not F, but it says it's supposed to be J. And this one should be D, and then J, and then A. I actually got 100 on this. So, but it's not really the point of how I did. I want you to see how I approached it. So you see how I talked my way through there? You have to do all that silently, of course, but you can do the same thing. Try to pick up your speed as you practice. Work on those little tricks that help you get these through faster. And if you've got a couple months to you're taking the test, you've got plenty of time to practice. So hope that was helpful for you. I'm going to close here, and good luck when you take the test.